My name is Thod Kowalski, and for about 15 years I've been analyzing and debunking various conspiracy theories, from lizard people to secret moon bases. Most of these stories turn out to be either pure fantasy or manipulations of real facts. However, the theory about Nebula Dominion is one of the few that still makes me hesitate. It's frighteningly well constructed. What is this organization? According to conspiracy believers, Nebula Dominion is a covert entity operating in the interest of the so-called world government. At first glance, it sounds like yet another tale about all-powerful puppet masters. But when you break it down, the idea is put together with striking thoroughness. Origins. They say that after World War II, major powers and financial elites realized they needed to control global processes to maintain their authority. Several secret programs emerged, one of which eventually evolved into Nebula Dominion. Public versus hidden sides. On the surface, it might be a corporation devoted to climate research, space exploration, or energy solutions. They have websites, scientific reports, even public talks about the ecological future. Behind the scenes, rumor has it they operate secret labs and special facilities that supposedly allow Nebula Dominion to influence weather patterns, economies, and the stability of entire regions. Mechanisms of influence. Geoengineering, spraying aerosols in the atmosphere, chemtrails, or manipulating the ionosphere. Similar to the famed HAARP, the goal is to trigger local climate anomalies, anything from droughts to hurricanes. Satellites and surveillance networks. If believers are to be trusted, Nebula Dominion maintains secret satellites in orbit that can manage weather systems or even affect people's minds through specific frequencies. Financial tools. When a weather event devastates crops in one country, global grain prices soar, and those who knew about the planned catastrophe ahead of time buy up futures, raking in billions. Where do such rumors come from? First, people see real occurrences. Weather is becoming increasingly unpredictable, crises happen more often, and a large share of wealth flows to major corporations and elites. Second, genuine geoengineering projects do exist, though they're usually described as experiments or research rather than fully operational programs. Building on these facts, conspiracy theorists propose that Nebula Dominion has long been using such technology while official science merely covers up their activities. Who's behind it? Often mentioned is the mythical world government, supposedly a collective of the wealthiest, most influential figures on the planet. Think bankers, heads of transnational corporations, old aristocratic families, who all share a single goal: to preserve and expand their power. Allegedly, Nebula Dominion is the executive arm of that secret club, gathering top minds from physics, meteorology, and space research. They're aided by politicians, journalists, and experts who feed convenient stories to the media while concealing the organization's true agenda. Why isn't this on the news? Believers say, because everything's under control. That is, Nebula Dominion is said to have tools that let them manage information flows. Media censorship. Major TV channels, newspapers, and websites refuse to cover conspiracy fantasies because they, too, are owned by the same elites. Ridiculing alternative views. Anyone who tries to speak up about Nebula Dominion is instantly labeled a crackpot, unworthy of serious attention. Is this really true? As an expert, I notice many elements are drawn from real areas of science and politics. Yes, there are studies on solar geoengineering, reflecting sunlight via aerosols. Yes, transnational corporations do often wield enormous influence. Yes, some people do profit from price spikes that follow natural disasters. But at the same time, there's no hard evidence of an actual organization called Nebula Dominion. All leaks are anonymous documents and rumors that could be fabricated. Weather anomalies can be explained by global climate change and local phenomena, not necessarily by secret devices in the sky. Why do people keep believing? Distrust of official institutions, scandals, corruption, and bureaucracy erode faith in governments and big companies. Desire for a simple explanation when the world is complex and threatening. A conspiracy theory offers a clear picture. There are villains in control of everything. An air of mystery. The very notion of an omnipotent underground organization sparks the imagination, generating countless stories and evidence. My personal take. As someone who has studied such stories for years, I advise treating them with caution. Typically, These theories blend a bit of truth with skillful distortions, plus fear-based psychology and speculation. Could it be that certain elites run secret experiments on climate or in space? Theoretically, yes. Some research might not be entirely transparent. Claiming with certainty that Nebula Dominion runs the whole planet, however, isn't possible. No verified proof exists. My job is to verify information and stay open to different possibilities, while never ruling anything out 100%. But as an expert, I always caution that hunting for a global conspiracy can distract us from real issues, such as ecological threats or economic inequality, and that's precisely why I continue to advocate for critical thinking. Hence, Nebula Dominion remains one of the most fleshed-out conspiracy legends of our time. Some see it as a terrifying elitist plot. Others consider it just another fantasy in the endless chain of world mysteries. I, for one, will keep examining any new evidence that comes to light. After all, it's the unknown that fuels our fascination with these captivating, yet often poorly substantiated, tales.